All right, so starting this week's episode of Tuckered Out Life, episode 6, I believe. This one is thinking about titles and going with that, with what's going on, kind of go back and forth. Decided just call this one Foundations, Stone or Sand. And if you were one of my former athletes or current athletes, you've heard my story. This is one that I would kind of tell almost every year. And I know in education, the things on faith, they're kind of up in the air and things like that. So my stance has always been on faith, kind of like John Wooden. I know what I believe in, and I just ask that you believe in something. So whether it be something similar to me, or heck, a lot of times it may just be just a belief in the team. That's what it is. So with that, foundation of stone or rock. I got this, and I'll give you some backstory in a second, but this is what it is. This comes from Matthew, verse 7, 24 through 27, and it says, "Therefore whoever hear the sayings of mine, and doeth them, I will liken him to a wise man which built his house upon a rock. The rains descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon the house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And every one that heard these sayings of mine, and doeth them, shall be likened to a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon the house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it." So I always kind of take that and try to apply it to my athlete's life and ask them, what are you doing? And we've been doing that right now with the COVID-19 and the quarantines and everything's going on. We have had to look internally and figure out what our foundation is. And the people that I follow on social media, the people that inspire me, my athletes that have reached out to me, that I've reached out to, the ones that I've followed, that whether we've reached out or not, those of us that have found that our foundation is solid, what we believe in has not been shaken to the core, and we've taken what has been given to us right now, this hand that we have been dealt, and yeah, it's hit us, but all we've done is modify. We've adjusted. What that means is those people that you look at, those of you that see this, that are struggling out there right now and going, the world's changed, the world's ending, or I don't know what's going on, and you're at a spot, your life is tuckered out. This is what this is about. Check your foundation. Check it. And if you need to pause this right now and come back, do it. Because there's a lot of times I'll listen to things and I have to pause. I'll be out running. I'll listen to audiobooks a lot of times when I'm running because it gives me a chance to think. And I'll pause it and I'll run for I don't know how long, or walk, or whatever it is, just to process it. What's your foundation? What do you believe in? Because if you don't have an answer to that and who you are, if social media and how many likes or Snapchats or streaks or how many, whatever it is, if it was an external, as Warren Buffett says, an external scoreboard, and I'm a coach, if it's a trophy and you don't have them, what are you doing? So Warren Buffett says you got to have an internal scoreboard. You got to look inside, and that's that solid rock of foundation of whatever it is that gets you going. So what is yours? So with ours, faith has always been big. And yes, we are a Christian family. We believe in Christian ideals. Yes, I do study and look at and read up on other religions around the world because I'm a history person and I want to know as much as I can. So that is huge. Family time, we always said family time was important, but now that it has been, in essence, forced upon us, families are finding out if family is important to them or not. And I'm loving seeing a lot of people who thought they were together, but realized it was sports, it was academics, it was social media, it was their faith, their health. It was all these other things that were really, we were home, but we weren't home, and now we are home. And seeing families eating dinner together, seeing families play games, seeing families have family movie night, seeing the things that are out there posted, people doing connecting through video conferencing. We're really starting to see that family dynamic come back across the board. And so if you said faith, if you said family, or whatever it is you might have said was important, you're finding out if it was your foundation, because if it is still there. So, and family doesn't have to just be blood. Family can be just like myself with and other coaches and our athletes, students. Those are, and educators, those are parts of our family. We call you all our kids for a reason, because we put so much time into it. And so now we're there. And so we're watching you guys, and we're there for that. So that's where this is going. Many years ago when I was in high school, I did a mission trip up into West Virginia in the Appalachians. And if you don't know the area, it is a very, very poor region. Whenever the coal industry left, it became very, very poor, and it still is. But it is a great place with great people that struggle. And one of the trips I went on, and several of you know this, that you were there with us, we got there and there was a saying from one of the ladies that said, I love you like a rock and that's solid. And I didn't really get it at the time, and I didn't get it until I started coaching, and it hits me every time. It pops up every time I think of that story, because we were literally rebuilding this woman's home. And every day, that was what she would say to you, at least once, if not several times. I love you like a rock, and that's solid. And it's solid like that says. If something is solid, it doesn't budge, it doesn't move. It may get hit, it may get knocked down, but it doesn't move because of what it is. So what is your foundation? And that's one thing I would ask my kids, my athletes. What's your foundation? If it's winning a state title, that's probably the wrong thing, because there's only one person that's going to win that. There's only one team. And if we put our stock in that, that's probably wrong. Is it learning how to work hard? Is it learning how to block out distractions? Is it learning how to be a good teammate? There's so many other things we can put in that then carries on to the rest of life. What is your solid foundation? What are you going to take out of this that is going to carry on and become a priority? That is a solid foundation, because the sand has been washed away. Be honest with it. 4 weeks into this, the sand has been washed away of people. And if you're still trying to grab sand, the water's still coming. We're still there. It's still going through your fingers. But if you picked up a rock, if what you're on is a rock, it's still right there, and you're able to go, aha, I got it. Find your rocks. Find your solid foundations. Reach out to people that you believe in. Find them on social media. There's so many people out there putting great stuff out. Follow them, whatever it is. And make it so when this opens up, because it's going to happen, we are going to get back to normal, that you can take it with you and you don't revert back because you have now realized that was all sand. Find the rocks. I hope you find your rock. I hope your week is great. I know we're getting a lot of stuff in and getting better every day. This is one of the things that I'm trying to get better at. So enjoy it. Once again, have a great afternoon. Find your rock. Be positive. Love each other. See you guys later.